Hello and welcome to SBS's Sunday Sports Special. This afternoon, two events, both from Hong Kong Television's Tuesday Sports Show. The first is the Macau Grand Prix, one of the premier motor racing meets in the Southern Hemisphere. Your host is Hong Kong TV's Brian Langley.
Two major events over the weekend, of course, and we have highlights of those tonight. Starting with the Macau Grand Prix, or more specifically, the Motorbike Grand Prix, which was run over two races of 15 laps apiece. Now, British star Ron Haslam dominated the first race, and he lined up at the start of the grid for the second leg. Haslam, on bike number 5, had a 30-second cushion from the first race over teammate Didier de Radigues, number 9, both on Honda RS500s. Eero Hyvärinen on bike number 34, also a Honda RS500, had been third. Keep an eye on number 19, Ernst Geschwender.
We could see a spot of bother, certainly far from ideal conditions. The engines rise red. Away they go. The second leg is underway. And again, it's Didier de Radigues leading. Didier de Radigues, the Belgian, who leads from Ron Haslam. Didier de Radigues and Ron Haslam out in front, and Didier de Radigues is in the lead. Steve Henshaw is in second place. Ron Haslam, number 5, is third. Geschwender trying to go through on the inside, can't. So Ernst Geschwender in the 4th spot. Didier de Radigues, the race leader, Steve Henshaw in second place as they climb up Spook Hill for the first time. Didier de Radigues from Henshaw, then Ron Haslam third, then Ernst Geschwender in 4th position. So the Elf Hondas first and third. De Radigues, Henshaw, Haslam, Steve Parishwell up there at the moment, and in fact it's not Steve Henshaw in second place. It's Eero Hyvärinen. My apologies to the Flying Finn. Henshaw back down the field, and in fact it is Eero Hyvärinen who was third. Well, he's made a much better start. Haslam closing, so too is Geschwender there. Very close together indeed. You can see the Didier de Radigues bike snaking there. Look at the wind gusting up the paper as Haslam goes through into second place, past to the Finn. Oh, and Ernst Geschwender so close to disaster, brushing along that concrete wall. And, well, if that wasn't a change of underwear job, I don't know what was. That really was very close indeed. Geschwender got away with it, Ernst Geschwender. A near miss there, still on the first lap, full of incident this first lap. And again, the man who made the race last time out in front, but the positions reversed as they come round to end the first lap. Didier de Radigues, the race leader, bike number 9. Behind him, number 5, Ron Haslam. In 3rd spot, Eero Hyvärinen, and Geschwender again going very wide indeed. Well, it's a classic saying, but almost true, that Geschwender looks as though he's left his racing brain behind in the toolkit. Geschwender, number 19, riding with, oh, and he made a real mess of that. And Haslam breathing down de Radigues' neck on the 4th lap of this 15-lap race. And we've got a faller there, and that does look a rather nasty incident. The rider lying down there, difficult to see who that is at the moment. We'll try and pick that faller up as soon as we can. And there's the incident one more time. And there is number 43, that's Matt Oxley, and number 42 is Howard Lees, teammates in the team bike endurance class. And Haslam closes up on Didier de Radigues. He could almost be a pillion rider. Very close together, the Belgian. Haslam looks for the inside line of the hairpin. He's got him. Haslam snatches the lead back from Didier de Radigues. A fine overtaking manoeuvre. And David Griffith, one of the British riders here who had a fall yesterday, has retired with engine problems in this particular race, as the race leaders catch one of the locomen up and quickly put him a lap down. Haslam out in front, snatched the lead at the Melco hairpin. Didier de Radigues pushed back into 2nd spot. Here's Geschwender, he's got in front of Hyvärinen. is back in third place, and he's pulling away. Look at that Suzuki snaking there as they go round Marlborough Corner and head down towards Reservoir Bend. Geschwender is a brave boy, Paul Fowler.
He certainly is, very brave indeed. To wrestle that machine round here at speeds like that is unbelievable, and it's amazing that he's managed to get away from Hyvärinen.
Geschwender charges the big, heavy four-stroke, the yellow leathers, yellow fairing of that Suzuki, being chased by the Finn. Hyvärinen, remember, Hyvärinen was third in yesterday's leg, so he's well on target for third place overall. Number 34, 30-year-old Eero Hyvärinen, had a lot of racing experience. Didier Duradigue now putting on the pressure, and Haslam responding to the challenge. Didier Duradigue knows that he must try and pull away at least 30 seconds, and Haslam breathes down his neck, and the Belgian beginning to make the odd mistake here and there, and Haslam, I'm sure, will look for the chance to go ahead. I don't think he'll want to be around if the Belgian does make a mistake.
No, that's right. The difficulty in leading a race, of course, is that you don't know what the guy behind you is doing, and you have to be very careful indeed.
And the slower man about to get a bit of an experience as Didier goes one side and Ron goes the other. No, he doesn't. The man closed the gap. Ron was going to go to the right of him. And the charge down to the hairpin again. This is where Haslam is quicker. Duradigue goes wide. Look at Haslam going for the inside line. He wants to overtake. I thought he would. Haslam was looking for the way through, and Haslam has snatched the lead back. There's Steve Parrish. He's in 5th spot at the moment. Parrish, a regular to Macau. He's finished 2nd on 3 occasions.
An excellent ride there from Steve Parrish, actually, Chris, on the 4-stroke FZ 750 Yamaha, which is basically a standard road bike.
And Didier Duradigue comes out of the slipstream. Look at them snaking under brakes there. The bike's almost on the limit of adhesion, and Didier Duradigue is back in front. All that effort by Haslam at the hairpin to no avail. The Belgian leads this race one more time. It's the 14th lap, less than 2 laps to go to the checkered flag. Didier Duradigue, second home in the race yesterday, beaten by 30 seconds by Haslam, and he wants to avenge that defeat if he can. And Haslam, of course, heading for his 4th overall victory in the Macau Grand Prix, is a man who doesn't really know the meaning of defeat. And Haslam will want to be ahead in both legs.
Yeah, there's no question, Chris, that Ron Haslam doesn't need to win this race in order to win overall, but he'll be going for the win just in case.
It's not in his nature to settle for 2nd place, Paul, quite right. And there's the gap. Now they come charging down to the hairpin again. Watch Haslam close up. And a lot of conjecture as to whether Haslam will in fact join the ELF team for the 1986 season. Ron's certainly not made up his mind yet. Other offers to consider. And Haslam's going to get closer. Will he try to get into the slipstream and do a slingshot? And Haslam pulls out of the slipstream. They'll have got the signal now. 1 lap to go. And Haslam is ahead as they start the last lap. Ron Haslam leads with 1 lap to go from the Belgian Didier Duradigue, and Didier again going to outbrake. Changes his mind. You can see the bike sliding, both wheels locked up as they change down from 165 miles an hour to something like 25 to go into Statue Corner, through San Francisco Barracks, up Spook Hill. Haslam stretching a slight advantage now. Here is the slow motion manoeuvre as Didier Duradigue. Just watch these two machines. Watch Didier's bike on the left sliding. The back wheel comes out as he brakes hard. Those front and rear wheels almost locked solid as he puts on the brakes.
Yeah, that's one part of the circuit where Didier has definitely had the advantage, but Ron Haslam's managed to get that back nearly every time at the hairpin.
Here they come to the hairpin, and consistently Haslam is quicker. On something running across the track. I think it was a dog that ran across the track in front of Haslam and Didier de Rodrigues. I don't think either of the men could believe it. Well, that could have been a very nasty incident. It was averted. Oh, and Didier de Rodrigues going for the inside line. Haslam, the race leader, and Didier is not giving this one off. He wants to win. He made a big effort there and had to shut the motor right off at the hairpin. He thought about it on the inside, and he's coming for the inside line again. They're approaching two slower men. If Haslam hesitates at all, Didier de Rodrigues will go for the victory. Just a few hundred yards now to the checkered flag. You can see Didier de Rodrigues winding up the power of the Honda. It's got a quicker motor there under the fuel tank. Haslam is the race leader. Didier de Rodrigues is winding on the power. They're charging to the line. We can't see from our position who's got it. It's Haslam. It's Haslam from Didier de Rodrigues. Ron Haslam has clinched overall victory with a splendid win in the second leg, but what a fine ride from Didier de Rodrigues. Didier de Rodrigues, second home.
Well, although Ernst Geschwender was third in leg 2, it was Eero Hivarainen who was third overall. But Ron Haslam, who looks as though he might be riding for the Elf Honda team in the World Championships next year, had shown his class over the outgoing team member Didier de Rodrigues. One of the most popular races in the weekend's programme was the Supercar Challenge. Now, it's not a race as such, as the drivers are judged on consistency of lap speed.